Hello, Taurus and Taurus rising. Happy new moon in Aries. We just went through that. And so for those of you who have not followed me over here from my Instagram or my blog, I am Leah. I'm an astrology student and a longtime tarot reader. I've been reading tarot since I was 16. And my blog and my readings are sort of catered towards spoonies, but really they can apply to anything. And if you don't know, a spoonie is someone who lives with chronic illness or any condition that leaves them with less energy to work with. You can look it up online if you look up the spoon theory or go to butyoudon'tlooksick.com. So for this reading, we are doing the new moon in Aries, which falls for Taurus and Taurus rising, lights up your 12th house of soul growth, karma, privacy, and secrets. This is the house of all the things beneath the surface. Karma, it's the house of karma. So this new moon is lighting up that house for you. What I have here so far, we have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm gonna zoom out and show you at the end of the video the whole reading. We start out with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning for you, especially when it comes to career and or as spoonies, perhaps we can't work in conventional jobs, but I urge you to think of the work you do in the world as valid, even if that is simply managing your illness. That is sometimes a full-time job. So whatever it is you consider your work in the world, or even with your home, your material life, your physical life, new beginning, I see. I also see we got the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Perhaps you're coming out of a period that was a little financially straining, or even spending money unwisely, and now there's a little bit of irritation and conflict that comes up with that, with the Five of Wands. So I think getting your finances in order is important, and somehow ties into this new moon. We have also the Eight of Swords. This is often to me, and I'll show you at the end of the reading so you can get a better look, but this is often to me a card of feeling trapped, and the swords are the suit of the mind and intellect, and communication and whatnot. And so the Eight of Swords is almost feeling trapped, but not realizing that you can actually get out. Like if you look at this card, I don't know if you can see it from here, but I will show you at the end of the reading. The swords, you can get out of there. You could just stand up and walk out. And if you look in this deck, I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot. Her broom is right there, right in arm's reach. She just has to stand up and get it. So the good news is I pulled the Ace of Swords, so I feel like this new moon is almost like a freedom from whatever mental traps you've been in. It's a new beginning there as well. So a lot of new beginning energy here. I also pulled up at the top concerning this whole coming out of perhaps poor spending decisions, or just a time where you had to spend a lot. Sometimes we do, especially with medical expenses and all that. So a time of spending a lot of money and all that, coming out of that, you're stepping into the energy of the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles, that's really a great energy to be stepping into. The King of Pentacles is a hard-working energy, hardworking, and has worked hard to get to where he is. Has got his financial shit together, is able to help other people. Perhaps not the best at asking for help himself. So there is the message to remember to not be afraid or ashamed to ask for help, because you are obviously willing to give it all the time. So it's okay to receive. But the King of Pentacles is a nice energy to be stepping into coming out of that Five of Pentacles, because you are going to step into a better place with all of that. You're going to handle your shit. Then we have, for the final outcome, I pulled the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if you can see that, but I will show you at the end. The Queen of Pentacles, I see this as coming into being, the outcome of all this is you are coming into a place of being able to take care of yourself, nurture yourself and others, and balance. And the queens in tarot are the ones that bring life to things. So stepping into the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, you can bring life to any of the ideas that you've been having. You can bring them in to life, into fruition. So that's a nice energy too, especially if you've been wanting to create some things, So I'm just going to pull a few extra cards for you for this new moon in the 12th house. And it's just a little extra guidance for you to close this out with. It's looking like a good month for you, Taurus. Okay, we got the Five of Swords again. And again up there, you've got all the fives. So there's definitely some conflict going on, some kind of, some clashing going on. Let me just ask for a little bit of clarity on that. Can we get some clarity on that Five of Swords? And Five of Cups. Wow, you've got all the fives there. Is this energy that you're coming out of? Is this what you are letting go of with this and leaving this behind? The Five of Cups is often like, just sad. You've experienced some loss, and the message here is to remember that you still have these two cups in the background standing. So you still have a lot. Because the fives started with the Five of Pentacles, I feel like maybe there was some kind of financial thing that sparked all of this. I'm not too worried about it because the energy you're coming into, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, is really good, and the Ace of Swords is great, and the Ace of Pentacles is great. Wow, these cards are flying out. Okay. The Lovers and Ten of Cups. That makes me feel good. All right. So the Lovers and Ten of Cups, things coming back into balance, especially if you have a partner. If the conflicts were there, I see that getting a lot better. With that Ten of Cups is sort of happy family time. You've got all of your stuff together. You've got your emotional trials and tribulations behind you, and you're celebrating with family, and you have all the foundations taken care of. So that's really good outcome. I think we're gonna leave it there. I'm getting the message that that's it. I guess, you know, what I'm seeing here is that you've come out of some stress. You know, you're coming out of some stressful energy here. Maybe that full moon had you releasing a lot. Maybe it's as simple as you just overspent on spring break, you know? I mean, it could be simple, it could be heavier, but you're coming out of some kind of conflict to have all the fives come up like that. So coming out of that, this new moon, I see you coming into balance. I see you coming into a better, more pleasant place, and also into this energy of the King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, which is really any earth sign's goal, is to like get to that place of being stable and being able to help others and being able to nurture yourself as well. So remember that self-care is important, and think about this new moon, what you want to bring in, especially because I think new moons and any moons coming into the 12th house can be intense because these are deeper things below the surface. So spend some time with yourself and let some of those things that are under the surface come up, you know. That could be some of where these fives are coming from, because if you're digging deep into yourself, you know, you can stir up some unpleasant feelings and unpleasant stuff. But I see you coming out of this new moon great, just great, into a really pleasant period. So looking forward to hearing from you. If this reading resonated, please give me a like and subscribe, and check out my blog, starsandspoons.com. Follow me on Instagram at starsandspoons, and I will see you at the next moon. Okay, Taurus, I just wanted to show you these cards so you could actually have a visual. There's your Ace of Pentacles, your new beginning with this new moon. Here are all the fives. Here are all the fives that came out. You've got the Five of Coins, the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Five of Cups. A lot of conflict. I think with the 12th house, you know, it might just be you're stirring up some things that are deep under the surface, you know, especially with this Eight of Swords. You see how the broom is right there, and there's a lot of space between those swords. You can get up. You can get up and get on. And you do, because we have the Ace of Swords. That's like another new beginning, mental new beginning. And then here we go with the King of Pentacles. I mean, look at him. He's doing great. He's got his cake. He's eating it too. He's got enough to share. And we got the Queen of Pentacles. And she's doing awesome too. She's got all her kittens. She's got her big old pile of gold and lots of fruit and healing fruits around her. So that's the energy you're stepping into. And here we have your outcome. The Lovers and the Ten of Cups. That's a happy scene right there. Let me know how your April goes. Love you, Tauruses.